we will hear from Lynne Harris.
Good evening, President Evans, Dr. Smith, and members of the Board of Education. My name is Lynne Harris, and I'm the president of Montgomery County Council of PTAs. And the mission of MCCPTA is to make every student's potential a reality by advocating with and for our students. And as such, MCCPTA fully embraces both the purpose and the scope of this boundary analysis. And I also note with appreciation that the scope of work of the boundary analysis includes two things that MCCPTA has been talking about and advocating in favor of for several years. One, looking at non-CIP solutions to our capacity challenges, like looking at adjacent cluster schools, or adjacent schools that cross cluster boundaries, and also asking the question of why don't we consider a routine and proactive system of regular boundary analysis so that we are proactively working to prevent lopsided demographics in our schools and the overutilization of some instead of belatedly reacting to those challenges. Equity has long been a core value of MCPS, and even before authorizing this boundary analysis, MCPS and the board started to shine a bright light on the current composition of our schools. The board policy has long identified 4 factors to be considered when we're looking at boundary issues: demographics, geography, stability of assignments over time, and facility utilization. But led by its powerful and eloquent student members, in revising policy FAA in September of 2018, the board emphasized its commitment to equity by stating that henceforth, when determining school boundaries and assignments, MCPS will especially strive to create a diverse student body in each school. The students have spoken so incredibly eloquently about their lived experience of our schools in a system in which we are so incredibly diverse, yet our school system is not individually comprised of diverse schools. We have farms rates in our high schools that range from 1.2% at the lowest to 59.6% at the highest. Perhaps most strikingly, we have 135 elementary schools with the lowest farms rate of 0 and the largest of 88%. By its face, that shows that the composition of our schools is far from equitable. Our students have spoken eloquently about their lived experience and their vision of a truly equitable and diverse schools, and that advocacy stands in resistance to a national climate in which they live, which makes othering acceptable and mainstream. These students hear every day, not you, not here, you're brown, you're black, you're Muslim, you're Jewish, you weren't born here. However, during the series of public meetings that were held earlier this year to talk about this boundary analysis, some of those students heard to their face those same things